eyelash tense and he's lost in the circle of screams. Bilal's fat to his back or built to his face. His jumper and temper come apart at the seams. Darren's told, knock him out, by kids who've never been hit. Bilal's English is improving, but for now he's learnt to talk with his fist. And a third person, the season and does fuck all. He doesn't realise his absence is impossible. Third person sits next to Darren in top set maths. They're not best mates, but you know, they have a laugh. And the third person sits next to Bilal in the register. They've got this half understood fire drill in joke where they have to stand in line by the hedge. It's a shame he thinks as Darren throws the first punch. They're both the same, he thinks, but shrinks back into the bunch. Could he take Bilal aside? What are you doing this for? Could he give up his pride and get Mr. Shakur? Could he say, Darren, you guys are the common denominators in this fucked up playground fraction? Could he just chuck in a football? Because to a group of teenage boys at lunchtime, that would probably, let's face it, be enough of a distraction. But for the third person, a season and us fuck all. He doesn't realise his absence is impossible. Bilal is bleeding from his temple now, his hand round Darren's throat, and the posh kids scream in the assembled crowd like this a referendum vote. Then Darren stabs Bilal with the lid of his only pen, and the school bell dings, but both of them swing, and a dinner lady runs in and gets a broken rib, and then Darren and Bilal are children, standing over something they have done. Lion kilts over a wounded gazelle, and the posh kids run as the teachers arrive, breaking the spell, spoiling the fun. When they're in the headmaster's office, the rumours swirl. It was because they were both racist, or here's the twist. Bilal got with who Darren thought was Darren's girl. And the third person sits next to no one in maths, and laughs with no one by the queue, by the hedge, and the legend gets buried in February snow. When school reopens, he asks people, you remember Darren and Bilal? No? Today Darren never escaped his dad or the estate, uses talent for numbers to count how many immigrate. And today Bilal was the most old school bloke you meet, went from school to school to school to school to school to school to street in the city centre. He doesn't remember the first school he went to, or Darren running for that late shift bus who stumbles over Bilal's feet. Bilal swears in perfect English and history repeats. They fight on a corner on an iPhone shutter, the expelled fight the expelled in the Great British Gutter, and the posh kids scream in a tweeting throng, oh what these wicked people do. But a third person sees how 2 lives went wrong. Perhaps this is you. Don't be the third person who stands there and does fuck all, who doesn't realise their absence is impossible. You can't give your your conscience a non-speaking part any more than a narrator can hide in their art. See? Back in that playground, when Darren fought Bilal, the third person who did nothing was me.